Welcome into our players-only meeting here presented by Blue Smoke Cigar. Located at the corner of Kingston Pike, South Peters Road, membership in their club gets you your own personal locker for cigars or booze. 15% off Blue Smoke's elite selection of cigars. 10% off at McScrooge's Wine and Liquor. Access to their lounge area, which is card tables, golf simulators, a bunch of HD TVs. It's a great place to just go, kill an afternoon, enjoy a cigar, relax after work. Great place to go. Blue Smoke Cigar. Check it out for yourself. Drop in there. You don't have to be a member to go in there. You can see for yourself why you'd want to be a member. Blue Smoke Cigar. Want to welcome, I usually forget in this segment here on SportsSource.tv and our YouTube channel, I usually forget to introduce the guys off the top, so let me do that now. All VFLs here: Brian Randolph, Will Overstreet, Daniel Hood, Sterling Hinton. Okay, during the show, I asked you guys to become Florida coaches and tell me how you would attack Tennessee. Tell me what would scare you about facing Tennessee. Now I'm going to let you be Tennessee coaches. If Jeremy Pruitt phoned over here and said, send those 4 guys over here, I want them to come in and talk to the team. Yeah. What are you looking to fix right now? What have you seen that, ooh, we need more of that. Oh, we got to stop that. This guy needs to be used in this way. Stop doing this. What changes would you make immediately based on what you've seen?
Well, there's a lot of areas for improvement that I can see.
Yeah. And we only got like a 15-minute window here.
Yeah. But my overall theme is just softness. Like, you can be sorry, you can lose, but when you go out there and you don't dominate teams you're supposed to dominate, you don't go out there and play vicious, you don't hit nobody, it's hard to watch. So, like, if you're going to lose and you're not going to be great, like, at least go out there and show effort and just have some hunger about you. So I say overall things, they need to stop.
So you haven't seen enough.
No, it's boring football. It's not an SEC team. That's all it is.
Well, 24-0 against UTEP is pretty bad.
Here's what I do. Kongbo can rush when he's outside in a wide 9. Do not put him up tight if you need him to rush from that position.
He's only got one angle.
He's only got one angle that he can rush for. So if I'm going to rush with him on 3rd and long, he's going to be out in that play. The other guys, I take 35. I take Batuli, and I say, I'm going to rush you more often. I'm going to figure out something else in the coverage situation. But I'm going to say, get on the edge and go get the guy with the ball, because I think he's your best pass rusher potentially outside on the edge. So I'm going to take those 2 guys and I'm going to use them that way. Also, what you saw when they used Combo in the wide 9, they walked up Batuli on the tackle and made them think about that. That was a help. There's some games you can do off of that, of inside-outside twisting and that kind of stuff that could work. That's where I'm going to look at and get my pass rush right now. From that group, if I need to get outside pass rush. Those are my 2 guys from those positions.
I think this is going to be an evenly matched game. I don't think Florida's that great either. I think it's going to be an evenly matched game. If you could get to the quarterback on 2 third downs and change the direction of the game, those 2 plays could make the difference in this kind of a game. So yeah, work on the pass rush in any way you can to generate something. And I'm not. Again, we credit them for what they did against UTEP because they're supposed to do that against UTEP. If anything, you should have seen even more pass rush against UTEP, but baby steps. Yep. Florida ain't UTEP, so you better come up with something quick. Daniel and Sterling, what would you be fixing, working on right now?
You go first.
The thing I think I saw that I was impressed most with from UTEP is They started adding in they play where they pulled the guards and pulled them outside.
UT, you mean, not UT?
Yeah,
against UTEP.
UT was doing it against UTEP, pulling the guards outside to create new angles, and because we know we're not going to reach the guys, and so we know what our weakness is there. So let's put in more plays to do that. And so to add on to that, the first quarter we're notorious for throwing stop routes, getting Garantano warmed up, getting him warmed up. Let's do a few of those where you're going to have your offensive lineman set back and then cut the defensive lineman. Let's go ahead and put it in their mind the first quarter that we're going to be coming down, we're going to be chopping you all game, and you want to stop a pass rush pretty early, take a good hit in the knee.
Yeah, I know both of these, I've talked to both of you about this in the past. The 2 defensive linemen, there's nothing you hate more than an offensive lineman going low on you. Sterling, what are you working on?
What I'm working on is more motion on offense. I'm tired of us lining up thinking we can just beast that way. But what I do want is some more absolute violation of all our receivers on these DBs when they're playing man-to-man. No one should be playing anybody at wide receiver you man-to-man. And that inside guy, we get some motion. I want some wiggle. I want you to get up to the next level. Get open. You got a quarterback who's throwing dimes now. He's in a rhythm. Let's take it to the next level and put points on the board with that rhythm.
I got some other ones. I mean, if I'm the defense, no, listen,
Roll out the list.
listen.
I have some more.
no, but this is if I'm the defense, that what I hate for UT to do is, one, on Richmond, I'm going to have a back that's always going to be chipping on the guy he's going to be blocking. Defensive ends hate that. That is an absolute, because you can't ever find that back, and he'll come out and hit you and disrupt your whole rush. That's what you have to do on Richmond. If they have any kind of pass rusher out there, you're going to have to do that. I get two backs into the game more and start motioning them out. Ty Chandler, can he be a receiver? I know I've said this before. We had a guy, Alvin Kamara. We never like to put them two on the
Last
two
2
players.
years, that's been the sports source mantra, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, really, you've got pretty good backs. You're deep there. Get them more on the field often. See how you can use that to get matchups that you want against the Florida's defense.
Yeah.
The thing I want to say is that I don't think at this point you're going to be able to fix a lot. And so I think you have to focus more on what do we do well and how can we take advantage of that, which I think is, I saw a play yesterday where you had Jawan Jennings and Callaway on the same sideline.
Yes.
If you're talking about Florida, how in the world do we cover that? And if you talk about, maybe we start out, with Chandler in the backfield and motion him to that same side.
Bingo.
Can you imagine Callaway, Jennings, and then Chandler
Yeah.
right there?
That'd be
And
great.
the headaches you're going
And
to cause?
you make them come down with a linebacker to cover Chandler, or make them pull the safety.
Yeah.
You get a lot of reads out of that. So that's what you got to do.
One thing I'd like to see them do against Florida, and this is a general thing, is, and Pruitt said that Jennings is getting up to speed now. He's getting close to 100%. Well, if he's not 100%, why were you using him on special teams 2 weeks ago? He was in special teams in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
All right, either he's up to speed or he's not. I would like to see them feed him the ball early. See if you can't find a way to get Jennings the ball. I still think if he's at 100%, he's your best playmaker on the field. I think that's a guy that we always talk about who on this team could have played on the 98 team. Jennings, to me, is one of those guys who would have fit in. I think he has the athletic ability. You see the Hail Mary catch at Georgia. You've seen the catch and run against West Virginia where he carries 4 guys on his back. That's a guy I'd like to see them take more advantage of. I don't know if they've been giving him on a pitch count. I don't know if he's just not up to speed or other defenses taking him away. I would find a way to get the ball into Jennings' hands, much like Chandler.
Yep.
But that guy, I think a guy that plays hard, has a little beast to him.
Yeah.
I think he's the guy. If you remember, he's also the guy that was always the chippiest dude on the field.
Yeah.
So I would get him into the game early if I could. The other thing I would work on is Jarrett Garantano and blitz pickups. Not great. Not great. I mean, here's the thing. They get to him with blitzes, but at some point that's also on the QB. It's not just everybody else has to pick that up. The quarterback's got to pick that up as well.
Well, it could be the receivers too. The receivers have blitz reads.
Yeah, that's right.
They've
You got
got
if he
blitz
doesn't have
reads.
somebody to throw to, but
Right.
still.
Well, that's why I also keep a running back there.
But that
Help him out.
concerns me, the number of times he takes a hit and he doesn't see it coming. I mean, you had one yesterday against UTEP, which he should be able to know the corner blitz is coming. Just my view. Anything else?
I say just patience. You mentioned Jennings. You got to get the ball in his hands. We haven't seen that in the past couple of weeks, but he has to be patient and not get frustrated and know that we're going to open up the playbook. We're going to find creative ways to get our playmakers the ball. We're running a vanilla offense because we weren't playing nobody. So I say just be patient, stick with the plan, and don't panic.
Okay, go ahead.
And the chime on that vanilla offense that
Yeah, that's
Brian
where I
just
wanna
spoke
go.
about. We got a fullback now. Let's get a fullback package, get him the ball in the flat on the pass, on the dump routes. I mean, they're so worried about us diving and run off tackle and run draws. But I tell back, let's sneak a fullback out there, get a little dink, see if we can make something happen.
Let's see what you can do with Wood Anderson, too. He's pretty good as a blocker. You hate to lose him off the line of scrimmage as a blocker,
Yeah.
but,
Hey,
If you can get him
the
catching the ball too, that's going to be a big
Yeah, he had the
advantage for you.
touchdown against West Virginia. Let's talk about the vanilla offense. We talked in the show, the media guys, we'll see if you guys disagree. We didn't think, I still don't think, that you're going to see some, here's the full playbook, now you're in trouble. It's suddenly the Green Bay Packers out there. How vanilla has it been, and do you expect major changes?
I expect major changes.
You expect major
yes, I
changes?
do.
Personally, on the defensive side, I know when we play teams like UTEP and ETSU, we're running straight cover four, the most basic defenses all day. So, and be on the offensive side, when you're running vanilla offense against a defense who's running all the stunts, running all the blitz pickups. You mentioned Garantano didn't see it, so they're running their Super Bowl type defenses, and we're running vanilla stuff. It's not going to look too good. So, I feel like it's going to be a whole different offense, and we're going to see players like Jawan get the ball.
The problem is that when you say that, the fans think that all the problems are going to be healed. The right side of your offensive line
Stinks.
still not going to be good no matter what playbook you throw out there.
Yep.
And I don't think you're going to see much change, because I think they're going to try to condense it down to what do we know we do well that's going to be a problem for them to stop. And you may see some additional little things, like in the second half yesterday, you've seen Tennessee start running or some stutter routes to try to get vertical routes
Right.
in the field.
Wrinkles.
Whereas, yeah, in the first half, it was just, oh, we're running this comeback route and that's it. And you'll see consistent things like that where you're trying to set it up for the second half, but they're going to focus on what they do well. They don't have enough talent that we can put in this new play this week that's going to do this.
I expect wrinkles. You hide stuff,
Yeah.
but in terms of major change, if this were game 2, you opened with UTEP and Florida's week 2, to me that would make more sense to be vanilla. But you saw them against West Virginia. Okay, so how many did they put stuff back? Have they wasted a quarter of their season instead of practicing things against crappy opponents just to wait on Florida to spring it on them? We'll see. You played in the NFL. I did not.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see just how major the changes are.
I think the changes are going to look minor, but they're going to be major to the actual scheme of the game plan. I think you're going to see situations where you're going to get better matchups with our offense, where you might get a guy like Quezzy Callaway on the inside versus the strong safety and linebacker versus just stay on the outside and X receiver with a cornerback. A few more motions, different formations, probably run the same plays with different men in different positions, what makes a major difference to the defense is trying to defend them.
No, I think the thing that you're going to see more likely will be, in the same play that you're talking about where they put Kongbo out wide and you walk up, name the linebacker. You're going to see that again, but I think what you're going to see changing is, okay, well now this time maybe the linebacker shoots upfield and we made a TE game out of it instead of yesterday against UTEP, all they're doing is rushing their lanes. Or, the next step after that, 3 weeks from now, you're going to see that same thing again, and now you're going to see the linebacker and the defensive end crash in, and you'll see a nose wrap outside.
Right.
And now you got a pirate game out of it, and so you'll see those things, but they'll change their lineups because they want it to look the same, and we want Florida to think, oh, well, they're just bringing it, and then they switched it.
Sure. And I anticipate. What I'm getting at when I say the playbook's going to switch, and what fans are talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
The
people
fan
think
was the fan base
that
doing
okay,
it.
suddenly we take this playbook away, and now we come out with it's 100 plays that no one's seen before. That's going to blow everybody's doors off, and I don't think you're going to get that. Obviously, there's been, for lack of a better term, there's been some rope-a-dope. We do this, we do this, we do this. Against Florida, it's going to be we lined up to do this, but we did that. Yeah, of course. But I just think a lot of people are expecting. Yeah, they haven't looked good because they've been hiding it. Look, you should have beaten UTEP better than 24-0, regardless of your playbook. The fact you couldn't tells me that you can change all the plays you want against Florida. As you said, if you can only go left with your offense, you're going to be limited in whatever you do with whatever playbook you got. I just don't think people should anticipate. Oh yeah, night and day.
Yeah, now we're going to bust up the middle and be able to run for 8
Yeah,
yards
we
downfield.
are. We're going to do that. We're going to do just that.
Good deal. Guys, I appreciate it. Thanks to all of you. And hopefully next Sunday we'll have an SEC victory to talk about for the first time since 2016.
98 celebration.
Oh, that's right. Congratulations
Yeah.
in advance. I'm sure that'll be fun for you guys.
Yeah.
And I'll mention this on the show next Sunday if I remember. If you didn't catch it, in August, Will joined me with Spencer Riley, Billy Ratliff, Jeff Hall. We had a whole hour kind of looking back at that 98 team, some good stories from these guys. You can find that on the website. I'll try and retweet that at some point, but you can find it at sportsource.tv or go to our YouTube channel and go back to, I think it was August 5th. So go back to the August 5th day, and it's a whole show just on the 98 season, and these guys were really good. So congrats in early, Will. We'll see all you guys next Sunday. We'll see you next Sunday at 11, WATE 6 for the Sports Source.